That knot in your stomach when you try to rest, that is not laziness talking. It's survival mode. If you are a high functioning woman, a woman who is productive, gets stuff done, has a great job, manages all the details of the family, but you feel guilty in the moments when you slow down, then this video is for you. I want to chat with you and help you find a way to get to peace. Before we do that, I'm Janice Holland. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I am the trauma teacher, and I am here to help you live your most courageous, incredible, empowered life by giving you the tools and resources you need to finally feel at peace and at home with who you are. All right. So, where rest guilt comes from, let's talk about it. Many of us grew up in homes where we were praised for being independent. We were loved because we achieved really well. We worked really hard. We kept our room clean. We took care of things around the house. Maybe you did cooking, cleaning, or maybe you made incredible grades, or you were, a power swimmer on the swim team, whatever it is. Like what was coded within you was what you were able to do and what you were able to produce equal love for you, equal connection for you. It gave you a sense of belonging and the attention that you wanted, that you needed, that you craved, that you deserved. The reason this is so powerful is that connection equals survival for kids. Your body encoded doing as safety. When we feel connected, when we feel like we belong, then we feel safe. Then that is what helps us, our nervous system, be able to not be on guard all the time. All right. So if you have coded that into your system, whether it was intentional or unintentional, that's another conversation. But the family that you grew up in was very achievement oriented. Then you coded that I get to belong to this family. I feel most connected and seen in my family whenever I am doing something, when I produce something. And so when you're not doing something, when you're not producing something, then your nervous system codes that as a lack of safety. My sense of belonging is threatened. Who I am, how I'm able to feel like I belong in my environment is directly tied to what I do. So that's why when you try to rest, when you try to do nothing, it sounds the alarms within your system because it's been coded to believe that production equals belonging and safety. So if your inner dialogue is something like, if I slow down, I'll fall behind. Or if I cancel, people will be disappointed in me. Or if I don't keep moving, I'm going to lose my edge. Then I want you to know that these are all signs that your nervous system has coded safety and belonging with productivity and doing and performing, being sure other people are happy at the expense of yourself. All right. So it creates this burnout cycle for you. You try to rest, but then guilt or anxiety kicks in because your nervous system activates and is worried that you're not going to belong. So it feels unsafe. So you activate yourself, you push harder, even though your body is really tired and needs rest. You end up exhausted, you collapse and rest, and then you're immediately go but right back into feeling guilt and anxiety and like I need to keep going. And so you just get stuck in this never ending cycle. And even though you give yourself permission to do things from time to time, maybe you give yourself permission to go get your nails done or take a nap or take a day off work or sleep in on a Saturday, you're giving yourself permission to do these things, but it's not really working because your body isn't really like maybe you're physically resting your actual physical body, but your internal system, your nervous system isn't relaxing because hasn't coded relaxation with safety. And its number one job is to keep you safe. And so if it believes I'm only safe when I'm doing and being and when I'm productive, it's not going to let you relax. Maybe you can justify in your mind giving yourself permission to do this, this, and this, but you don't actually get rest. You're not actually restored when you're in that space. All right. So I want to help you reframe this a little bit in that and thinking that productivity doesn't mean worthy. And usually this is an unconscious belief. So it may be something that you have to kind of ponder and think about for a little while and realize like, oh my God, I have coded productivity with feeling worthy, with feeling acceptable. So again, that's why your self-care checklist and the things that you create don't actually feel restorative to you. So what we need to do is teach your body, I am safe even when I do nothing. I am worthy even when I rest. And you might just if with me saying that, you might feel the tension rise up in your body. Like that's uncomfortable. I don't like that. I don't know that I agree with that. So just scheduling in rest does not embed safety into your everyday life, right? That's what I've talked about. Just deciding I'm going to it will feel like another task you need to do rather than actually be what it's meant to be. And that's restorative to your sense of self. So maybe you can relate to that. Like you've added, you're like, I'm doing the workouts, I'm taking the supplements, I am like meditating, but those feel like more to-do lists and checklists for you to become an acceptable person because you're doing it from a place of productivity for safety rather than letting it really be receptive to the restorative nature of what those practices are meant to do. So here's what I want you to do to begin to reverse this is I want you to pick something you already do daily, like drinking coffee, taking a shower, commuting to work. And I want you to pause and decide that in this moment, I'm creating safety for myself. I can be unproductive. So if you have 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, maybe all the time that you have is your commute. It's busy getting the kids ready for school in the morning, then getting them dropped off at school or daycare, wherever you're doing. And then you have just that window of time after everything, all the kids are settled and you're on your way to work. That may be the only time that you have. I want you to be really intentional with that time and just enjoy some music that you like, enjoy sipping on your coffee while you're driving. Be intentional and tell yourself, I am safe to be unproductive in this 10-minute drive to work. Start there and then slowly begin to expand into other areas of your life. If you do have carved out time to, go to a yoga class, get your nails done, whatever, go out with your girlfriends, I want you to intentionally decide it is safe for me to unplug right now. You may feel tension come up in your body, and that is your nervous system letting you know that it doesn't agree with you. That's not how it's wired. But this is where you get to make intentional choices to reset and rewire your nervous system. All right. So if you want help spotting when your nervous system is running the show, I have a free guide called Finally at Peace that walks you through. I have a checklist that makes it crystal clear so that you can really understand what's happening when you're activating, when your nervous system isn't aligned with peace, and then more importantly, how to begin to realign your nervous system with peace, how to begin to stop feeling guilty all the time and start creating safety in your body so that you can engage in these restorative acts without it activating you, without all the swirling emotions and thoughts that come up whenever you try to carve out a few minutes for yourself. So I want to reassure you, you are not lazy. You were just overprotected. Your nervous system has been doing its best to try and keep you safe. And now it's time to let your body learn that peace and rest are safe too. So I will leave a link to the guide down below, or just comment guide, and I'll send it to you. I want to be sure that you have it. This guide is going to be really powerful. The checklists within it are going to be what's going to help you be able to identify why you're blocking yourself from being able to rest and why you assume laziness instead of just letting yourself come home to peace. All right. Leave any comments, leave any questions, and I will see you in the next one.